question for you is, what are the sustainability initiatives that you are undertaking in your current role?
So, as you know, I'm the founder and CEO of BuzzOnEarth, and we are an organization founded on the premise of mainstreaming sustainability and climate action. So, almost everything we do that is centered around mainstreaming this agenda. And also, we are very cognizant of the fact that too much of greenwashing is already on the way. So, we are trying to see where we can make a difference. And so, we are taking a multidisciplinary approach. So, the approach that BuzzOnEarth takes is a 360-degree approach to, first of all, advocacy, that is, converting the uninitiated into the converts. So they believe in sustainability and climate action agenda. We have people like Vivek Ramaswamy, the presidential candidate of the United Nations, who doesn't believe in the climate change agenda. So there are people who are far educated but still do not buy into it. So that is the first step. And second is that whosoever is believing into it, how do we make them take effective action? That is extremely critical, because just believing doesn't help. And the third is those who are taking action, even the tiniest of action at an individual level also, we want to recognize that. So we are ensuring that each and every action counts, and we're also creating ecosystem level programs where these actors can come together, join forces, and create a much larger impact.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving us a brief about that. Could you give us an example of a specific initiative that you've taken and what impact has it created?
Sure. So I'm very fond of nature. So, and that's the reason why I founded a company that focuses on it. So a not-for-profit organization called Gaia the Earth Foundation, that focuses on regeneration. And we are actually betting very high on India's potential on regenerative climate action. In fact, last year at COP27, I had even given a talk on the $1 trillion opportunity that India has on regenerative climate action. So as part of that, what we are saying is, see, even if we do not buy into the climate agenda or the climate-related stories, because many people think of that polar bear sitting in some distant island, they don't connect with it. So because of that narrative, there is still some distance, that you see. But one thing which is very clear is food security. And food security is completely dependent on the soil fertility, right? So our regeneration agenda actually focuses on regenerating soil. And with soil, we are regenerating ecosystems surrounding the soil. That includes your water ecosystem, the livelihoods, and the air quality. So especially in urban areas, that makes a lot of sense, because in Delhi alone, you might have heard of all the stories of air pollution. So, so we are having this solution, which is called Mission Prakriti. It is a pan-India program, and it is on a mission to grow 1 million hectares of forest, and that is by 2030. So we are partners of the UN Decade on Ecosystem Restoration, and this initiative is personally very close to my heart, because so much of collaboration can happen between corporates, investors, farmers, marginalized communities, civil society actors, and so on. So.
Since we've talked about individual action quite a lot, I would like to know if there are certain measures that Buzz on Earth has taken to drive that change in the behavior of the people. And if not, then how do you suggest we can actually do that? Because I think to adopt a sustainable lifestyle or to move closer towards the sustainable development goals, that is a very important and a very critical step.
Sure. So when it comes to climate action, we are currently focused on four critical areas. One is the environmental footprint reduction of corporates and individuals also, right? So we have come up with metrics through which you can reduce your own individual footprint, as well as a framework for corporates to follow so that they can reduce their organizational footprint. And I'm talking about all the three things, E, S, and G. So not just focused on environmental alone, but since this is more related to environmental discussion, I'm just focused on that. Second is our focus on innovation, because I feel the whole problem of climate change is something new. And anything, the problem that is new requires new solutions. Whatever is existing will not be enough. So that is why we are focused a lot in innovation. So we are building India's largest climate innovation ecosystem also. It is called ACE, Accelerator for Climate Entrepreneurship. Because we have been doing a lot of hackathons, promoting the youth initiatives and the startup initiatives. So we thought of developing this ecosystem in the form of an accelerator where all the entities can play a role and create a nurturing platform where ideas can see the light of the day and really be viable in the practical applications. And the third one is youth. So we focus a lot on youth. So we have specific programs designed for schools, colleges, and students who are, focused or maybe interested in this field. So we have programs like YLP, that is Youth Leadership Program, IYFA, that is India's Young Forest Ambassador Program, and we do conduct MUNs where deliberations and discussions happen, and students get to learn how to solve these problems and so on. And hackathons I already mentioned. And the fourth one is regeneration as the action that we focus on. And regeneration I've already explained to you in the previous point.
Sure. Thank you for your valuable insights, ma'am, and thank you for joining us today.